Hello. Well, so what did you think of that pole dancing? I bet you didn't think you would see that on Nancy today. Yes, indeed. Fat lady dances with pole. Anyway. Hello, it's Nancy today. Coming to you today from the Situation Room, which is the car, because that's where the situation is happening at the moment. And so I have a word to say to you about pancakes. That's right, I'm going to eat my dried fruit while I talk to you about pancakes. Because I know you're not supposed to eat with your food mouth full. It's very rude. Did you know that a gravel pit, if you leave a gravel pit alone, it'll get covered with grass and weeds? And that's part of the thing about when they dig a gravel pit or a mine, that they sort of say, well, yeah, we're going to cover it over and make it look normal afterwards. Well, as much as you can make a hole in the ground look normal, nature will do that for you. That's right. I bet you didn't know that. I bet you didn't know you wanted to know that. Now back to driving with one hand. Do you ever take your hand off the wheel, one hand off the wheel, to maybe scratch your head, check your glasses, maybe perhaps do the radio, check the mirror? How is that dangerous? I don't know. I guess with distracted driving, people are now texting while driving, which really means taking your eyes completely off the road, putting them down here in your lap, because you've got to hide what you're doing. Because now, or off to the side somewhere, I don't know. But you can't hold it up here and, be doing like that, because where you can see it. Because then the police will see you. You'll get a big ticket. But, I've been a distracted driver much longer than they were doing texting. I've been a distracted driver since I was about 15. I went to California, and I put a hymn book on my steering wheel, and I learned all the hymns in the book. That's right, I did that. That's from that other book, Double Your Energy and Live Without Fatigue. That's an amazing book, and it taught me not to waste your time. When you've got a few spare minutes, keep your mind working. Use your mind. Read poetry. Memorize poetry. Memorize another language. There's the mailman. Do I have time to go back and follow him around? He's turning around. That's the end of his route. Interesting. That's not our mailman then. No, it mustn't be. He drives with this. He's got a car with the steering wheel on the other side. How did he get that? That's pretty cool. Not everybody can get the steering wheel on the wrong side. I mean, it's not like England is just down the road. It's across the pond. Speaking of ponds, I bet Daniel is still flying. I bet he is. He left yesterday morning at 10 o'clock from Ottawa, which was, it'd probably be a couple of hours to get to Newark, and then he'd probably have to wait for a bunch of hours. And then his flight from Newark to China is 19 hours. So say he left Newark at 2. That's a really bad number. Say he left Newark at noon, which he didn't, because he couldn't have gotten there and done that fast. But anyway, so if he left China at noon plus 19, is that what it was, 19 hours or 16? Well, let's say 20. Noon plus 20 hours will put you at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 8 o'clock the next morning. So, 8 o'clock the next morning would be like 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago. So if he had to wait, so he might just be getting to Shenzhen right now. He might be landing in Hong Kong. I don't know if he's flying to Hong Kong or Shenzhen. Probably Hong Kong. It's probably easier to get a flight to Hong Kong, and then it will probably... I don't suppose you have non-stop. Oh wait, I think you have to go to Shanghai. Or what's the other big city in China? When Daniel got here, he was really amazed at how beautiful it was, how green, how clear the air was and how fresh it was. How the air didn't smell like smoke. They put dried strawberries in my trail mix. So yesterday was Canada Day, and it was incredible fireworks. We were all going to go to be with Daniel, go to the big city, go to Ottawa and do the fireworks. Abraham went with Ben and Tess. They did the big fireworks. You really have to leave your car somewhere and then take the bus downtown because you can't get there any other way. Then after the fireworks, it takes hours to get home. You're lucky to get home by 1 o'clock, even though the fireworks are over at 10:15. I think they start at 10. They're 15 minutes long, burn up a lot of money in really fancy fireworks. This is a dried kiwi. Is that what it is? I think so. So, about pancakes. I love pancakes, but I never ever eat them. Never ever eat them. We went to IHOP, my mother and I, a month ago, and I ordered something, and it came with a side of pancakes. I was so shocked. And the fact that it just came with it and I didn't order it must have meant it was okay to eat it, right? So I ate it. And then pancakes, they just bloat me right up, 50 pounds extra. Amazing how half a pound, a quarter of a pound of pancakes can do that to you. There were 3 pancakes. Oh, and then I asked for, can I have another couple of pancakes? And she didn't bring me 2 more pancakes. She brought me 2 more plates of pancakes. Or waffles. Yeah, I said I wanted a couple of waffles. So they came out, these big waffles. I mean, once I've wrecked my body for the day, I might as well just do it up. Don't you think? Oh, I have one hand on the wheel. Do you think I'm going to be safe? There's no traffic on this road very much. It's pretty straight. My father used to put his arm out the window when he drove. And then he put the other hand, he put his wrist up on the steering wheel. I could never see how that was safe. But anyway, we never had an accident. There's one thing about being a good driver. When I took driver's ed, they taught you about defensive driving. And I think that was the best thing. Hey, he waved at me. I think it was the hat. I don't know him. But, defensive driving is anticipating what the other guy's going to do. And sometimes, they are really cooked. Those folks out there that get in their cars. Not like me. I got good standards of being able to drive properly. I had all these black, there, I have no hands on the wheel. Oh no. I have these black bug zappers. I thought I had 3 of them. And we cleaned up the porch and asked Willem to put them where I said to put them. And I have no idea where they are. Can't find them anywhere. Do you know there's a beaver in our pond? What the beaver was doing in our pond, other than eating off the bottoms of the cattail. The bottom of cattails are really good. I can see why he was doing that. You cut them off right at the ground. Or you eat it back about that far. Really good. And the piece he leaves, if you pull the inside piece out, the inside piece is good for another that far. They're building a very beautiful house here. I took my eyes off the road. And I keep tweezers here. Oh, where's my tweezers? They're gone. What would that be? You know there didn't used to be radios in cars? That's right, there were no radios in the cars. When somebody decided he was going to put radios in the cars, everybody laughed. Thought that was the most hilarious thing you could possibly do. Because at that time, radios were big old whopper things. And so he made a small radio, put him in a car. That was a car you had to crank it up without a key. It's a real interesting dust devil there. It almost looks like a whole little thing of bugs. Boy, the bugs are bad today. So bad. We've got mosquitoes and black flies and deer flies all at the same time. And what are they trying to do? Feed their families. Why can't they feed them somewhere else? You can't even see that there's no traffic. There's one car on the road other than me. Oh, make that two. Okay, I better get off the blower so you can go about your life. Finish your coffee. I don't drink coffee. I don't know why people drink coffee. It's such an addiction. There's a whole world is addicted to coffee. Can you imagine if there was ever a coffee shortage? Or no coffee? What if it got a blight? The whole world would have a headache and nobody would be able to get up before noon. Well, you heard it here last. That's the state of the situation from here. And you can do this at home. Results may differ.